Elena, explain to us why this is such, an important story.
It is a combination of macro issues, company-specific issues, and the issues that have nothing to do with Tencent. Well, first of all, we know that China is in a trade spat with the United States. The overall market is down this year. Now, then Tencent has warned early about profit margins. That's one of the reasons for the decline. But then the government itself, if you think about this, the government that has helped Tencent to rise so dramatically is now hurting its growth. It put a freeze on the online games, which is the bread and butter of the company. So now Tencent is struggling and is posting the first profit decline in more than a decade. Naturally, shares are down about 40% from its high in January.
Should American technology mega caps be concerned?
They should, and part of the concern is the valuation concern, but on the broader scheme of things, Chinese government is controlling to some extent the China tech mega caps, and the control of the American government is not even close. So we can say that Alibaba and Tencent and Baidu, the BAT, the companies that are competing with the FANGs here in the United States, are having a more severe control of the government. So that's something that could either help the companies or hurt them, as we're seeing right now with Tencent.
Elena, can I ask you about the sell-side analysts and their view on Tencent? If I take a look at the ANR function, it's all green. The sell-side teams are incredibly positive on Tencent. My question is, does anybody believe them? Because thus far, they've not exactly got this call right.
Well, if you think about this, the buy and hold strategy has been working really well for investors in Tencent. It's up about 60,000% since its inception in 2004. And Goldman Sachs, Credit Suisse, all of the main analysts covering this stock have a buy projection. If you think about it, not a single sell rating in the company's stock in Hong Kong. So over the long term, the company has great fundamentals. Its WeChat application is seeing the increase in the user growth, and the business, the core of the business, is still very strong. A lot of the headwinds in the short term, in the medium term, but longer term growth sounds promising to most of the analysts I'm talking to.
In terms of what happens next, this, as you've laid out, is a political story now. The Chinese authorities are concerned about the rise in gaming. They're worried that the games are being used to funnel foreign exchange offshore. What is it going to take to make the Chinese authorities feel more positive about its tech sector and feel more positive in particular about the kind of businesses that Tencent are in?
They will, or they should eventually, as I should put it. There is a shake-up in the government's departments that are in charge of approving the online gaming in the country. So once we are past that, we hope that companies will get the approval of the online games. And mind you, that is a concern of not only Tencent, but a lot of other companies that are, of course, smaller than Tencent, but are competing with Tencent in terms of the online games and online revenue from the online games. So that's a big story right there right now.